coffee cooling by my side, pages turning in the silence while the city hides its eyes. There's a softness in the window, there's a calm I almost know. Every thought I couldn't hold before moves a little slow. No one calls and no one rushes, only night and breathing air. I can hear my mind more clearly in the quiet waiting there. All the noise is getting smaller, all the pressure stepping back, and the room becomes a shelter from the weight I used to drag. Stay with me this gentle midnight, hold the room in soft and blue. I will ride until the morning with the window and the moon. Stay with me this steady feeling, calm and low the whole night through. In this quiet little corner, I can find my way to you. Neon fades beyond the curtains, dusty light upon the floor. Every second moves so softly, like it's never asked for more. On the screen 100 worries, in my chest a smaller storm. But the lamp above this table keeps the dark a little warm. Nothing loud and nothing broken, just the hum of distant streets and the rhythm of a small heart trying hard to stay in peace. I don't need a grand direction, I don't need the perfect sign, just another page of courage, just a little borrowed time. Stay with me this gentle midnight, hold the room in soft and blue. I will ride until the morning with the window and the moon. Stay with me this steady feeling, calm and low the whole night through. In this quiet little corner, I can find my way to you. If the dawn comes slowly, let it find me here, still and unafraid, with a mind made clear. If the sky turns silver, if the night grows thin, let this fragile silence settle in my skin. Stay with me this gentle midnight, keep the dark so warm and true. I will work until the sunrise with these quiet thoughts this quiet little corner, I begin again with you. Steam is fading from the coffee. Neon sleeps beyond the glass. I keep tracing little ideas, hoping this night slowly lasts. There are words across the notebook, like a road I've never known. And the air is full of patience, as if I am not alone. Nobody is speaking loudly, only cups and distant doors, only tired little footsteps softly crossing wooden floors. I can feel my focus deepen, I can feel the noise grow dim, like the dark is not a burden, but a place to settle in. Blue notes falling on my notebook, softly keeping time for me. In this quiet corner breathing, I become what I can be. Blue notes drifting through the lamplight, slow and small and almost true. In the silence of this midnight, I am learning how to move. Hours lean against the window, city colors turn to gray. Every line I write is fragile, but it still outlives the day. I don't need to rush the answer, I don't need to chase the end. Just the rhythm of a soft song and a page I can amend. Maybe all I need is simple, maybe simple can be strong. A warm seat beside the outlet and a place where I belong. There is comfort in the stillness, there is courage in the small, and the quiet it keeps reminding me I don't have to fear it all. Blue notes falling on my notebook, softly keeping time for me. In this quiet corner breathing, I become what I can be. Blue notes drifting through the lamplight, slow and small and almost true. In the silence of this midnight, I am learning how to move. Let the night stay tender, let the room stay slow. I am not behind now, I am letting go of the noise that followed. All the brighter rooms here beneath the lamplight, something steady booms. Dodos resting on the pages, blue and low and calm behind. I can see the hour holding what was scattered in my mind. Blue doors walking with me softly till the first thin morden hue. In this almost sleeping coffee shop, I beginning something new. Last train left and I'm still here, with a screen and quiet air. Everyone has gone home early, got my thoughts are staying there. Street lights blur beyond the window, like a film without an end. And the room becomes a harbor for the hours I still have left. No one asks me where I'm going, no one tells me what to do. Only time and low piano, only dark and something true. There is peace inside the staying, there is grace in not giving in to the feeling I should leave now, and the work has just begun. Still awake with all my pages, still awake with one small light. If I stay a little longer, maybe things will turn out right. Still awake while the world quiets, still awake but not alone. In the hush after the last train, I am building something slow. Half-finished lines across a document, soft reflections on the cup. I have carried so much pressure, now the night is lifting some. Maybe progress isn't louder, maybe progress looks like this. One more paragraph in silence, one more calm I almost missed. I can hear the room exhaling, I can hear my shoulders drop, I can feel the panic soften, I can feel the spinning stop. There's power in this stillness, there is warmth in dim cafe glue, and the night that once felt empty starts to feel a little full. Still awake with all my pages, still awake with one small light. If I stay a little longer, maybe things will turn out right. Still awake while the world quiets, still awake but not alone. In the hush after the last train, I'm building something slow. Don't rush the morning, don't break the spell. This little room knows me too well. It holds the pieces I couldn't mend. Let me gather them all again. Still awake with all my pages, still awake till dark turns gray. There are nights that teach you softly how to keep your fear at bay. Still awake beneath the lamplight, with a heart that's learning grace, and the silence after the last train. I'm finally in my place. paper edges catch the lamplight, shadows resting by my hand. Every line becomes much softer when the room can understand. There's a comfort in the yellow of a quiet desk at night, like the world has stepped back gently just to leave me with this light. I don't need a bigger reason than to stay and finish this. There are moments made of patience, there are nights made just for this. When the noise of all the daytime finally loosens from my skin, and a smaller kind of courage finds a way to settle in. Lamp glow pages keep me steady, keep me warm and keep me slow. In the hush of this small hour, I have nowhere else to go. Lamp glow pages calm and faithful, hold the thoughts I could not say. In the quiet of this midnight, I can feel my mind obey. On the table lies a future, half in pen and half in doubt. But the silence doesn't judge me, it just lets the words come out. From the window comes a shimmer, from the speaker comes a hum, and the hours stop demanding that I be anyone but one. Maybe healing looks like focus, maybe peace looks like a page. Maybe all the things I'm chasing need a quieter kind of pace. So I stay beneath the lamplight as the dark becomes less wide, and the room that once felt empty starts to feel like it's on my side. Lamp glow pages keep me steady, keep me warm and keep me slow. In the hush of this small hour, I have nowhere else to go. Lamp glow pages calm and faithful, hold the thoughts I could not say. In the quiet of this midnight, I can feel my mind obey. If the dawn is patient, I will be patient too. If the night is gentle, I can learn that too. Page by page I'm gathering what the day let go. Under quiet lamplight, I am learning slow. Lamp glow pages keep me steady through the final stretch of blue. I can hear the room reminding me the smallest things are true. Lamp glow pages keep me company till the sky begins to change. comes after midnight. Empty chairs around the room. Only one more line to finish. Only one more hour to bloom. There is coffee on the counter. There is dimness in the hall. And the night feels less like darkness, more like space to hold it all. Nobody needs anything from me, for a little while at least. Only pens and low piano, only breathing, only peace. I can hear the wooden table, I can hear the air stand still. And the silence feels like mercy for a tired and restless will. Let the silence be my partner. Let the dark become my guide. In the nearly sleeping coffee shop, I keep the dream alive. Quiet cups after midnight keep the hours soft and slow. In this gentle almost closing, I am learning not to go. Outside cars are growing fewer. Inside time is moving thin. I've chased so many answers. Now I let the night begin. Every little unfinished sentence, every note I meant to keep, starts to settle in the stillness, starts to drift but not too deep. I don't need a grand conclusion, I don't need a sudden spark. Just a little room for effort, just a light inside the dark. There is beauty in the waiting, there is hope in staying late. And the half-empty quiet cafe feels like kindness when I stay. Let the silence be my partner, let the dark become my guide. In the nearly sleeping coffee shop, I keep the dream alive. Quiet cups after midnight keep the hours soft and slow. In this gentle almost closing, I am learning not to go. If this night is small, let it still be true. If this work is quiet, let it carry through. I have come this far on a fragile flame, and the dark around me does not feel the same. Let the silence be my partner till the first pale silver gleam. There are nights that build a future with the smallest kind of dream. Quiet cups after midnight set beside my tired hands in this calm and closing coffee shop. I can finally understand. Quiet cups after midnight. Rain is riding on the window, soft and silver in the dark. I am here beside the notebook, trying to outlast the clock. Drops are falling like reminders that the world can move and rest. And the room around this table holds a peace inside my chest. Every sound is low and careful. Every thought has room to land. I can feel the storm outside me, not the one inside my hands. Maybe weather is a teacher. Maybe rain can make things clear when it covers all the noise up and leaves only what is here. Dusk by the rainy glass, hold this fragile state of mind. Let the weather keep on falling while I leave the day behind. Desk by the rainy glass, keep the lamplight close and warm. In the hush of quiet working, I am softer than the storm. There's a glow upon the coffee. There's a blur beyond the pain. There's a kind of faithful comfort in the rhythm of the rain. I have carried too much daytime into hours meant for rest, but the rain against the window makes the pressure leave my chest. No one asks for perfect focus. No one asks for sudden grace. Just another slow beginning in a sheltered little space. So I stay with pens and low chords, with a screen that softly shines, and the rain keeps time beside me like a pulse outside my mind. Desk by the rainy glass, hold this fragile state of mind. Let the weather keep on falling while I leave the day behind. Desk by the rainy glass, keep the lamplight close and warm. In the hush of quiet working, I am softer than the storm. Rain on the window, breath in the room, soft little echoes making me bloom. I don't need thunder, I don't need praise, only this corner and these silver waves. Dust by the rainy glass, stay with me till dawn turns white. There is healing in the weather, there is courage in this night. Dust by the rainy glass, with the city far away, in the small and rainy shelter, I can finally stay. Soft typing in the background, tiny echoes in the room. Every word becomes a ladder, climbing through the midnight blue. There is no dramatic moment, just a cursor and a page. But the stillness makes it holy in a quiet working way. No applause and no distraction, no one leaning over me. city loses speed. I can hear the thought beneath the thought that daytime could read. Small hours keep me moving softly through the things I start. No applause and no distraction, only rhythm, only heart. Small hours and soft typing make the heavy feeling thin. In the calm of the slow midnight, I can hear myself again. There are drafts across the desktop. There are tabs I need to close. There are ideas half awakened, like a row of sleeping roads. I don't force them into brilliance, I just let them breathe and fall. And the work becomes much gentler when the room is quiet and warm. Maybe progress sounds like this now. Keys and pauses, low and light. Not a rush of perfect answers, just a soft and faithful night. I can feel my chest unclenching, I can feel my mind sit still. And the small hours keep reminding me a quiet pace can heal. Small hours keep me moving softly through the things I start. No applause and no distraction, only rhythm, only heart. Small hours and soft typing make the heavy feeling thin. In the calm of the slow midnight, I can hear myself again. Let the cursor blink, let the room stay blue. I do not need noise to make something true. Every little line, every gentle start built a quiet bridge back into my heart. Small hours keep me moving till the window turns to gray. There are nights that do not dazzle, but they slowly make a way. Small hours and soft typing keep me grounded, keep me near to the things I need to finish, and the voice I need to hear. City lights are far and blurry, still they shimmer on my page. I am smaller than the skyline, but I'm riding through this age. Every window holds a story, every road a different name. Yet the little notes before me feel like mine all the same. There's beauty in the distance, there's comfort in the blur. I don't need to know the whole world to know why I am here. Just the hum of low apartments, just the glow of passing cars, just the quiet of a notebook under sleepy city stars. Notebook under city lights, keep my thoughts from drifting far. Every sentence draws a pathway, every pause reveals a star. Notebook under city glass reflects the lamplight and the outline of my hand. There are futures on the next page that I'm trying to understand. Maybe not in one big answer, maybe not in one clean line, maybe only through returning to this quiet night each time. There are nights that ask for gentleness more than speed or certainty, and the city through the window feels less far and less than me. It is only there beside me, not a race I have to run, just 1,000 tiny lanterns while I finish what I've begun. Notebook under city lights, keep my thoughts from drifting far. Every sentence draws a pathway, every pause reveals a star. Notebook under city lights, hold me steady through the blue. In the hush beyond the traffic, I am finding something true. Let the skyline flicker, let the darkness sing. I do not need to chase it, I just need this evening. And the page before me, and the lamp above, in the quiet city shimmer, I can build enough. Notebook under city lights, stay with me till dawn appears. There are roads inside the silence, and a grace beneath my fears. Notebook under city lights, soft and faithful, cool and clear. In this calm and glowing midnight, I can finally hear. Nearly closed cafe around me, chairs were stacked in quiet rows. Still the lamp above this table feels like somewhere no one knows. There is tiredness in the counter, there is kindness in the light, and the room becomes a secret for the last stretch of the night. I can hear the closing footsteps, I can hear the sync run low, but the silence doesn't hurry me, it just lets the minutes flow. There is something almost sacred in these final open doors, like the hours asking gently what I'm staying for. Let me stay a little longer, let me finish what I came to do. In the almost ending evening, I begin again with you. Nearly closed cafe, don't fade yet. Hold this table, hold this blue. In the hush before the last light, I can carry something through. My reflection in the window looks more peaceful than before. Like the noise I wore all daytime could not enter through this door. I don't need a sudden answer, I don't need to solve it all. Only one more honest effort in the quiet after all. There are nights that offer shelter, not with thunder, not with flame, but with half-lit walls and low music and a room that knows your name. Or at least the shape of waiting, or the way tired shoulders fall. And the nearly closed cafe has enough to hold it all. Let me stay a little longer, let me finish what I came to do. In the almost ending evening, I begin again with you. Nearly closed cafe, stay gentle as the dark gives way to do. In the last one full of lamplight, I can make it through. Warm up, resting by my wrist. Cold window, keeping out the dawn. I can feel the night between them, holding on and moving on. There's comfort in the heat here. There is distance in the glass, and I sit between those feelings, letting both of them just pass. I have lived between such seasons, half in fear and half in grace, half in wanting something greater, half in needing just a place. And tonight the room is simple, and tonight the room is kind. So I let the warm and cold parts settle softly in my mind. Warm up, cold window, that is how this hour feels. Half in comfort, half in longing, half in notes and half in real. Warm up, cold window, keep me company tonight. In the middle of these feelings, I can still hold on to life. Steam is rising slow and silver. Street lights shimmer in the pale. There are things I cannot hurry. There are things I cannot name, but the table feels familiar, and the chair still lets me stay. So I lean into the quiet and let the pressure drain away. Maybe healing dark grows thin and pale, I can feel the room reminding me small steadiness can heal. Warm a cold window at this table, calm and blue. I am learning how to hold both and still carry through. Blue dawn falls upon the keyboard. Night is thinning into gray. I am still inside the silence, trying not to look away. There are hours in these pages. There is effort in this glow, and the room that held my midnight starts to soften into dawn. I can feel the dark grow lighter. I can hear the city wake, but I'm not afraid of morning. Not with all this work I've made. Every line I thought was tiny, every note I almost missed, now becomes a quiet proof that I stayed with what it is. Blue dawn on the keyboard. Stay a little more with me. I am almost at the answer. I am almost where I need. Blue dawn on the keyboard, cool and soft and feather light. In the pale edge of the morning, I can feel I used this night. Cups are empty, pages crowded, skyline fading into shape. I can feel a humble gladness in the work I did this way. Not with noise and not with hurry, not with panic, not with rush, but with steady low persistence in the shelter of the hush. Maybe this is what I needed, not a breakthrough, not applause, just the changing light to show me I was here and I held on. And the blue before the sunrise feels like mercy, feels like air for the mind that kept on reaching, for the heart that stayed right here. Blue dawn on the keyboard, stay a little more with me. I am almost at the answer. I am almost where I need. Blue dawn on the keyboard, cool and soft and feather-light. In the pale edge of the morning, I can feel I use this night. Slowly, slowly, night gives way. Quiet effort made away. What was hidden now is clear. I was growing while staying here. Blue dawn on the keyboard, now the room is silver blue, and the work I thought was small has become a kind of truth. Blue dawn on the keyboard, rest beside my tired hands. In the gentle light of morning, I can finally understand. I go back for one more refill, then return to where I was. Little rituals keep me grounded in the beauty of because I stayed a little later, because the room still feels like mine, because the quiet has a language that I hear at closing time. There is comfort in the simple, in the cup and in the chair, in the way the table waits for me as if it knew I'd be here, and the steam above the coffee like a soft and silver thread gathers all my scattered thinking back inside my head. Quiet refill of the spirit, quiet refill of the mind. One more page and one more promise, one more reason I still try. Quiet refill in the lamplight, soft enough to carry through. In this ordinary midnight, I feel something turning new. The Cafe clock keeps moving slowly. Music hums beneath the air. Outside roads are dim and distant. Inside I can stay right here. I don't need a bigger moment. I don't need a brighter sign. Only little acts of staying. Only borrowed peace and time. Maybe strength is not explosive. Maybe hope is not a spark. Maybe it is just returning to a cup inside the dark, and the warmth against my fingers, and the low and steady song tell me that I do not need to rush to know where I belong. Quiet refill of the spirit, quiet refill of the mind. One more page and one more promise, one more reason I still try. Quiet refill in the lamplight, soft enough to carry through. In this ordinary midnight, I feel something turning new. Sip by sip, breath by breath, I come back to myself. Not through noise, not through speed, but through small and gentle things. Quiet refill of the spirit as the darkness fades to gray. There are nights that mend you softly while you simply choose to stay. Quiet refill in the morning, still warm in a paper cup. In this hush I found a little more, and that was enough. Between espresso and sunrise, there's a place I come alive. Not too tired, not fully dreaming, just enough to make the climb. There are shadows on the tabletop, there are notes beneath my hand, and the hour feels like a border. I am learning how to stand. It is not the loud beginning, it is not the final line, just the steady in-between place where a small light learns to shine. And the coffee keeps me present, and the dark keeps me at ease. In this narrow bridge of midnight, I can finally breathe. Between espresso and sunrise, I can hear my future speak. Not in thunder, not in glory, only soft and only deep. Between espresso and sunrise, there is room for me to grow. In the quiet before morning, I can trust the pace I know. The city haven't fully woken, yet the sky is changing tone, and the work I've done in silence feels less heavy than before. Maybe all I needed was this, a slow room and muted gold, the table near a clouded window, and a night that lets me hold all the things I called confusion, all the fear I wore all day, start to settle into outlines when the noise has gone away, and the space between the hours turns from empty into kind, like the blue before the sunrise was designed. designed to clear my mind. Between espresso and sunrise, I can hear my future speak. Not in thunder, not in glory, only soft and only deep. Between espresso and sunrise, there's room for me to grow. In the quiet before morning, I can trust the pace I know. Not too late, not too soon, just this hour, just this room, just this breath, just this page, just this calm and gentle stage. Between espresso and sunrise, now the pale light starts to move, and the work that stayed so quiet has become a kind of proof. Between espresso and sunrise, I found space enough to see at the slowest part of growing, blooms still carry me. Found the chair beside the outlet, set my bag and took a breath. This familiar little corner feels like borrowed time from stress. There is something almost funny about the comfort of this place. How a simple seat can hold you when the day has lost its shape. Here the lamp is never glaring, here the wall is calm and plain. Here the charger and the notebook make a rhythm out of strain. I don't need a perfect setting, just a quiet place to land. And the chair beside the outlet seems to understand. The chair by the outlet knows me, knows the nights I choose to stay. Quiet things can hold you stronger than the noise that fills the day. The chair by the outlet keeps me near the work I need to do in this practical small refuge. I can make it through. There are scratches on the tabletop, there are echoes in the wood. There are signs that other dreamers sat here hoping that they could make it through another deadline, make it through another page. And I join their unseen patience in this quiet little stage. Maybe peace is not impressive, maybe grace is not ornate. Maybe it's a seat and warm light, and a choice to simply wait till the mind comes back from racing, till the chest forgets to fight. And the chair beside the outlet holds me through the night. The chair by the outlet knows me, knows the nights I choose to stay. Quiet things can hold you stronger than the noise that fills the day. The chair by the outlet keeps me near the work I need to do in this practical small refuge. looks like home. Sometimes it's wood and a charging phone. Sometimes it's silence and a steady chair, and the sudden feeling you can stay here. The chair by the outlet knows me as the dark turns pale and thin. There are humble little places where a tired heart can begin. The chair by the outlet keeps me grounded, warm and almost new in this quiet corner of midnight. I can follow through. Soft pages in a slow pose, that is all I need tonight. Not a rush and not a rescue, just a calm and patient light. There are chapters still unfinished, there are thoughts I need to trace, but the room is not demanding, it just lets me keep my pace. I can hear the page one turning, I can hear the low beat too, like a quiet little heartbeat walking softly through the blue. And the slower that I breathe now, and the slower that I read, the more clearly I can notice what this hour wants from me. Soft pages, slow pulse, keep me centered, keep me near to the work that waits in silence, to the voice I need to hear. Soft pages, slow pulse, carry me through midnight's blue in the quiet of this small room. I can find what's true. Outside all the signs are fading, inside words begin to bloom, not in grand and sudden color, but in shades that suit this room. Maybe effort should be tender, maybe focus should be mild, maybe grown-up forms of courage still belong to something childlike, the trust that if you stay here, something steady will appear. Not a miracle or thunder, just a line becoming clear. And the page is soft and patient, keep receiving all I bring, while the pulse beneath the music makes the quiet slowly sing. Soft pages, slow pulse, keep me centered, keep me near to the work that waits in silence, to the voice I need to hear. Soft pages, slow pulse, carry me through midnight's blue in the quiet of this small room. I can find what's true. Page by page, beat by beat, night grows gentle at my feet. There is no rush, there is no race, only this calm and this pace. see with gentler eyes. Soft pages, slow pose, hold me till the room turns bright. In this hush I learn that slowness can still carry light. The table no one took tonight feels like it was saved for me. A place to leave my scattered mind and turn it into clarity. There is room enough for papers, room enough for one warm drink, room enough for all the quiet, room enough for me to think. I have sat in louder places, I have tried to work through noise, but this lonely little table lets me hear a gentler voice. Not a voice of fear or pressure, not the kind that makes me run, just the soft one underneath it, telling me to stay with one. At the table no one took, I am less afraid to start. Maybe empty things are open, maybe silence has a heart. At the table no one took, in the blue of after hours light, I can gather all the pieces I kept dropping in the day. The glass reflects the lamplight softly, and the pen beside my hand feels more honest than the daytime when too much was in demand. Here the room does not perform for me, here the air is played and true. On the table no one wanted turns into a point of view. Maybe being overlooked is not always something sad. Maybe it can be a doorway into something calm and glad. Maybe quiet little corners know the weight we carry most. And the table no one took tonight feels like a kind host. At the table no one took, I am less afraid to start. Maybe empty things are open, maybe silence has a heart. At the table no one took, in the blue of after hours light, I can gather all the pieces I kept dropping in the day. And empty place can still be full of room to breathe and something true. A quiet seat, a patient glow, a place to stay, a place to know. At the table no one took, now the sky begins to pale, and I leave with something steadier than the plans that used to fail. At the table no one took, I became a little brave in a quiet I found a place to stay. One more paragraph before I leave, one more thought before I rest. Maybe that is how we grow, by doing small things at our best. There are nights that ask for greatness, there are nights that ask for grace, and tonight is asking only that I stay here in this place. I can feel the tiredness fading when I stop fighting with the clock, and the little line before me feels less like a wall to climb. Maybe all I need is simple, maybe all I need is slow. One more paragraph in silence on the courage not to go. One more paragraph, one more line before the dawn. Quiet effort builds a morning, even when the night feels long. One more paragraph, one more calm and steady start. Sometimes all it takes to move is not to break your heart. There is light beneath our monitor, there is warmth inside the cup. There are things I thought were heavy, now the night is lifting some. I don't need to finish everything, I don't need to prove it all. Just one more clear and honest sentence, and the stillness after all. And the rule begins to trust me, and the page begins to ease, like the work was never asking me for brilliance, only peace. And the more I let it soften, the more it starts to flow. One more paragraph in midnight blue becomes enough to know. One more paragraph, one more line before the dawn. Quiet effort builds a morning, even when the night feels warm. One more paragraph, one more calm and steady start. Sometimes all it takes to lose is not to break your heart. One more breath, one more page, one more stay, one more way. Not through force, not through fear, but through gently being here. One more paragraph, now the sky's turning gray, and the night that felt so heavy has begun to make a way. One more paragraph, one more promise I can keep in the quiet of this small hour. I moved a little Starlight on a little receipt, coffee mark beside the date. Funny how the smallest objects stay with us when we stay late. There are numbers, there is paper, there is light along the edge, and the room feels like a secret, balanced on a narrow ledge. I have walked through louder hours, I have worn a heavier face, but this tiny printed paper now belongs to this calm place, like a witness to the stain, like a proof of where I was when the night and I were learning how to quiet all the noise. Starlight on the receipt, tiny proof that I was here, doing ordinary brave things while the world grew still and clear. Starlight on the receipt, soft and silver, small and true, in the hush of after midnight, I found a gentle you. My notebook opens like a window where thoughts arrive without a race, and the faded print beside me feels like part of time and place. It's not because it means so much now, but because it caught the light at the hour when the smallest things can feel almost bright. Maybe memory is simple, maybe meaning comes this way, through a coffee stain and low song and the dim of staying late, and the receipt upon the table like a leaf of paper snow holds the shimmer of the moment I am trying not to lose. Starlight on the receipt, tiny proof that I was here, doing ordinary brave things while the world grew still and clear. Starlight on the receipt, as the room turns pale and still, I can see that quiet evenings have their own kind of will. Starlight on the receipt, starlight on the receipt, resting by my tired hand, and the glow of the small coffee shop, I can understand. Window seat for two, but only my bag and notebook sit with me. Still the room feels full of meaning. Still the bark feels kind and free. There's an empty chair beside me, like a pause that doesn't ache. Just a little extra silence for the thoughts I want to make. I don't mind the room half empty, I don't mind the glass half blue. There are kinds of being alone that can still feel warm and true. And tonight the seat beside me is not absence, not a loss, just a place where all my thinking can unfold without a cost. Alone but not lonely, in the hush of this cafe, I can keep my thoughts beside me till the night gives way to day. Window seat for two, alone, still the room feels full enough. In the quiet with my pages, I can call this kind of love. Streetlights tremble on the window, cars go by like distant rain. I have brought too much of daytime, but the night can take some strain. There is freedom in not talking, there is peace in letting be. And the chair across from mine now feels like a room for memory. Not every silence is empty, not every pause is cold. Sometimes solitude is gentle, sometimes quiet can hold what the daytime kept unraveling, what the noise refused to hear. And the seat beside the window makes it all a little clear. Alone but not lonely, in the hush of this cafe, I can keep my thoughts beside me till the night gives way to day. Window seat for two, alone, still the room feels full enough. And I quiet with my pages, I can call this kind of love. Second chair, second view, a little room to think things through. Not empty, no, but open wide for all the words I keep inside. Alone but not lonely, as the dawn begins to show. There are nights that teach your spirit how to stay and how to grow. Window seat for two, now the glass is silver glow. In this quiet little coffee shop, I found room enough for two. Low light on the table, blue night on the glass. I can hear the room go quieter as the evening passes past. Coffee rings beside my notebook, laptop breathing soft and slow. And the things I could not finish start to feel like they can go. I was carrying too much noise from the hours before. Now the limp above this little desk feels like an open door. Not to somewhere loud and shining, not to somewhere far away, just a calm and steady corner where my thoughts can choose to stay. Low light, high focus, keep my mind from running wild. Let this quiet little midnight hold me steady for a while. Low light, high focus, soft and simple, warm and true. In the hush of this small coffee shop, I can follow through. There's a softness in the typing, there's a rhythm in the page. No one asking for perfection, no one measuring the pace. Just the low hum of the speaker and the city far outside, while the work I kept avoiding finally sits here by my side. Maybe I don't need a breakthrough, maybe I just need this room, a chair, a lamp, a little patience, and a song that doesn't boom. Too bright, too fast, too overwhelming, just enough to keep me near to the line I need to finish, to the voice I need to hear. Low light, high focus, keep my mind from running wild. Let this quiet little midnight hold me steady for a while. Light, high focus, soft and simple, warm and true. In the hush of this small coffee shop, I can follow through. No fireworks, no crowded sound, just this night and what I found. A gentler pace, a smaller way to stay with what I couldn't face. Low light, high focus, now the dark turns silver blue, and the work I thought was heavy feels a little easier to do. Light, high focus, stayed beside me through the night. In the quiet of this late cafe, I found a softer light. There is weather in the lamplight, soft and gold across the page, like a season made for staying, like a calm beyond my age. Outside all the air is colder, outside roads are thin and dim, but beneath this little circle I can slowly settle in. Maybe every lamp has climate, maybe every room has rain, maybe warmth can be a forecast for a heart that's worn with strain. And tonight the study weather feels exactly what I need, low and bright and quietly still. like a place where I can read, study lamp weather, keep the cold world out a while. I have things to learn in silence, I have miles and sights this file, study lamp weather, soft enough to make me stay in my little coat of midnight. I can find a way. On the desk the paper glimmers, on the mug the steam turns light, in the air beneath the lampshade feels unlike the rest of night. I have carried far too much now, I have hurried far too long, but the lamp above this table lets my shoulders drop like song. Maybe peace is not a season, maybe peace is something made by a chair and a faithful yell and the choice not to be afraid of the quiet little evening or a task not fully done. When the weather of the lamplight says I'm allowed to be just one, study lamp weather, keep the cold world out a while. I have things to learn in silence, I have miles and sights this file, study lamp weather, soft enough to make me stay in the little coat of midnight. I can find a way. Gold on paper, warm on skin, calm around me, calm within. If this weather can be small, I can still hold it all. Study lamp weather. As the morning starts to rise, I can feel the room reminding me warns can also make you wise. Study lamp weather stayed beside me through the blue in the gentle cold of midnight. I became more true. Half-empty cafe around me, full mind trying to be clear. Funny how the room grows lighter when the noise disappears. There are only a few small shadows, only a low impatient sound, and the table in the corner feels like steady ground. I spent too many daytime hours trying not to drown in speed. Now the quiet lets me notice what I actually need. Not more rush and not more brightness, not more pressure, not more strain. Just a half-empty coffee shop and a chance to think again. Half-empty cafe, full mind, that is where I meet myself. Not in headlines, not in hurry, but in one unfinished shelf. Half-empty cafe. slow midnight, I can think it through. The barista wipes the counter, a soft song hums from far away, and the room becomes a mirror for the parts I couldn't say. There are things I haven't been carrying that look smaller under blue, and the half-empty little cafe turns them into something new. Maybe thought needs fewer people, maybe peace needs fewer sounds, maybe all the things I'm missing are more likely to be found in the nearly empty stillness, where the air is plain and mild, and the mind so long overcrowded can begin to think like a child. Half-empty cafe, full mind, that is where I meet myself. Not in headlines, not in hurry, but in one unfinished shelf. Half-empty cafe, full mind, hold the hours soft and true in the hush of this slow midnight, I can think it through. Less around me, more within, less to carry, more to begin. In the quiet, thoughts align, half-empty room, full heart and mind. Half-empty cafe, full mind, as the sky turns silver gray. There are nights that clear a pathway by just taking noise away. Half-empty cafe, full mind, now the hour feels brand new in the hush of this small coffee shop. I can't think it through. Before the barista leaves, the room gets softer than before. Chairs are quiet, lights are lower, night is leaning near the door. One more sip inside the paper cup, one more page beneath my hand, and the hour feels a little like a place I understand. I am not here chasing glory, I am not here racing time. I just wanna leave this table knowing I finished one more line, and the closing of the coffee shop doesn't feel like something lost. It feels like one last gentle chance to stay despite the cost. Before the barista leaves, let me finish what I came to do. In the last warm pool of lamplight, I can carry something through. Before the barista leaves, let the room stay tender, calm and low. There is something in this ending that I don't want to let go. Outside, headlights blur and fade away. Inside, music barely stays, and the quiet on the wooden floor feels feels different at this hour of day or night, I guess, or something in between, where tiredness and peace combine, and every unfinished thought I had begins to fall in line. Maybe endings make things clearer, maybe limits make them real, maybe knowing time is shorter changes how a moment feels. So I gather up my focus, not with force but with a breath, and the nearly closing coffee shop feels warmer than the rest. Before the barista leaves, let me finish what I came to do. In the last warm pool of lamplight, I can carry something through. Before the barista leaves, let the room stay tender, cold and low. There is something in this ending that I don't want to let go. One more line, one more page, one more hour, soft and late. One more song, one more stay before the light is put away. Before the barista leaves, now the window slowly turns to gray, and the night that held my tired heart has helped me find a way. Before the barista leaves, I can feel the room say something true, that even quiet, standing hours can carry you. Morning finds my notes still open. Sky turns pale beyond the glass. I can see the shape of effort in the hours that gently passed. There are shadows growing lighter. There is silver in the room, and the night that held me softly now gives way to morning blue. I have nothing loud to show for, nothing bright for them to see. Only pages, only stillness, only what this night made of me. And that feels enough this morning, as the first thin daylight moves, because quiet work can leave a mark, even when it's small and true. Morning finds my notes, and the quiet I moved through. What I made was not loud glory, just a truer kind of blue. Morning finds my notes, Chairs return to ordinary things, but I leave with something warmer than the answers daylight brings. I leave with all the little moments that the darkness let me keep, all the soft and faithful effort that went just a little deep. There are nights that do not dazzle, there are nights that simply mend, with a desk, a lamp, a window, and a page that won't pretend. And this morning in the coffee shop feels less like an end to me, more like proof that slow persistence can become a kind of peace. Morning finds my notes, and the quiet I move through. What I made was not loud glory, just a truer kind of blue. Morning finds my notes, resting by my tired hands. In the pale light after midnight, I can understand. Daylight rising, soft and thin, not an ending but a begin. Night held the pieces, morning shows how quiet work can gently grow. Morning finds my notes, now the city starts to wake, and the work I did in silence has already made a way. Morning finds my notes, soft and faithful, pale and new. In the light after this long night,